This is Eye on Northeast Kansas.
You're invited to join cancer survivors and advocates for an inspiring lunch hour dedicated to encouraging support and finding cures. Melissa Kirkwood is with the Johnson Cancer Research Center at Kansas State University. Nate McClendon is their keynote speaker for the Cure Starts With Us Power Luncheon. Welcome to both of you.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
And you're in your K-State purple.
I
am.
am.
And maybe people, Melissa, aren't necessarily aware. What is the Johnson Cancer Center and what is the role and the work that they are doing in Manhattan?
Yeah, so a lot of people sometimes are not aware of the Johnson Cancer Research Center. We have actually been at Kansas State University for 45 years.
Wow.
We do basic cancer research at Kansas State University. And a lot of people relate cancer research to clinical trials with people. Mm-hmm. But clinical trials often start with those therapies and those drugs. And those therapies and drugs start with that basic cancer research that starts at places like Johnson Cancer Research Center. We have over 70 different projects that are
Wow.
going on at Kansas State University with over 26 different departments that are scattered throughout Kansas State University. And a lot of people think the biology department, the chemistry department, of course, but we also work with the art department and the psychology department and lots of other departments at Kansas State University to work directly with students and researchers, to work directly with them to do applied learning in labs to create that research
That is a
opportunity.
lot of work going on.
It is.
And aims to raise awareness of all of that. And Nate, what is your message at this luncheon? What is your connection to the cause?
Yeah, so what I do, my specialty is talking about things that people are uncomfortable talking about, things like death and trauma. For me, I lost my daughter 11 years ago, so my world has changed since then. I have kind of an intimate relationship with death and grief and have learned how to not, we would never use the phrase move on, but you have to build your life anew again. And so the message that I'm going to be bringing to this event is that how do we deal with the trauma? I wrote a book called The Emerging You, and so part of the message is going to be, the concept of that is when we face trauma, there's a new us, a new person that comes forth. And the message is going to hinge on that, like who do we become after this? And the big point is that perception, right? Who does the world see us as, particularly as cancer survivors, people with cancer? But not only how does the world see us, how do we see ourselves? And that narrative that we feed ourselves is going to be what propels us through the rest of that journey.
So especially when you think about cancer survivors, there still is grief and trauma involved there. Grief doesn't always have to mean a death.
Right, yeah. We grieve many things in life, and there's many things that survivors, cancer survivors, are grieving because, again, your world is not the same, and it's how do you adapt to that change? How do you take that in, and how does it allow you to become what I would say a more intentional version of yourself, like living life much more intentionally, because now you have a whole new way of looking at life and valuing things in your life, including people.
People might think this all sounds very depressing, but I hope that your message also is there is hope and light at the end of the tunnel.
It absolutely is about hope, because the way I come across this is often we are not intentional in the way that we live. We're chasing so many things in our life that we don't always see the things that matter most. When you have trauma like this or a diagnosis that causes you to stop and take a look back, you get to reassess your life. And there's definitely hope in that. There's also a lot of beauty that you start to discover as a result of looking more closely.
And all of this we get to hear firsthand, right, Melissa, if we go to the Power Luncheon. When is it and who should all attend?
It is coming right up. So it's coming up this Wednesday, October 15th, and everyone is welcome. So whether you support cancer research, whether you are a cancer survivor yourself, whether you are a community member at whole. So tickets are available now.
We have the QR code up. Can they anytime beforehand, or will they be able to maybe pay at the door? But I know you want to plan for the catering.
We like to plan for catering, so we'd love for you to to scan that QR code or just give us a call at the Johnson Cancer Research Center at 785-532-6705 would be best, but you can show up. We'll never turn anyone away. But
I forgot to put the days, the 15th,
that's
right?
okay. When the 15th, this Wednesday, and we just welcome everyone to come listen to Nate, learn and grow, because that's what it's all about.
Well, it is fascinating to hear the work that you have going on there. Melissa, Nate, thank you both. Appreciate all you do. We have a few fall changes in the forecast. We'll find out if we're going to clear out or if you'll need those umbrellas when you head to the bus stop tomorrow, next in the First Alert forecast.